Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of our partners across the globe. Let's check our sound. Can you hear me well enough? Let's see if my mic is on. But I guess this is more of a question to our interpreters, not to me. Dennis and his team. You can give me, so let me type in here that the English chat is okay as well. Now it's 1500 hours Moscow time. My name is Boris Oyaso. I am the project manager for data mining and digital doubles. And today we have quite an interesting format. We are launching a so-called a series of supporting webinars and for data mining. And today we're gonna give you some insights and secrets and statistics. So today our agenda is as follows. I will have a 5-10 minute intro, and then we will have Dmitry Radkovich for data mining, because we might have new users, new listeners today. They might not know what this product is all about. After Dmitry, we'll have Alexander Neymark, who will give us the data and figures and statistics. It's me, right? Yeah, it's you. About the perspectives of development. And he will also tell us about things that we've been waiting for so long, which is the launch of the promotion. We will tell you what are the conditions, what are the prizes, who will participate in it, and we will also give some time to our Q&A section. So you can ask your questions in the guys Q&A section in the Zoom. And then with the help of the interpreters, we will answer your questions, not in the chat, in the specific Q&A section of Zoom. Okay, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Boris Oyaso. I'm a data mining digital doubles project manager. I'm a graduate of offline and offline master profi. Or of course, I'm also a participant of the MLCI Marathon 260. And by the way, September is the last month of this marathon. I'm also a VIP club member. How can I do without it? All the privileges and bonuses are there. And also I'm a Genius of Finance game coach. And, you know, I've been missing, or I'm missing the Genius of Finance game. And because of all the events, you know, the pandemic, you cannot get together in big crowds. Hopefully it will all be over soon and we'll have some big games. With me, I have Alexander Neymark and Dmitry Radkovich. But at first, I would like to tell you or give you some information on this month and what kind of work we've accomplished so far. As we promised, by the 15th of August, all the payments of the marketing plan bonuses and CRU points were paid as we promised. It was done by the 15th of August. Also, we had 11 people with suspended licenses. We've dealt with this issue as well. So we have quite positive developments. We haven't met with you for quite some time now. So we have this global format of a meeting today. And I think let's make September a breakthrough month, but I think we'll give more attention to it at the end of our webinar. Now, dear ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to our newcomers, but not only our speakers. Dmitry Radkovich is the first speaker who's going to tell us about data mining. He's the vice president of digital doubles for the partnership network development. He is also a specialist in building partnership Sales and Chief Sales Officer in Development, Futurology AI. And also he's a blockchain and crypto specialist. Dmitry, can you read me? Yeah, I can hear you perfectly well. Good day to all of you, dear friends. Thank you very much for attending all of our regular webinars. Thanks, Boris, for your introduction, because every time you introduce me, I'm kind of humbled. I'm humbled and do not know how to begin my speech. That's how well you introduce me. Today, we decided to organize a supporting webinar, but allow us to remind you in short what data mining product is all about, what it's focused on, what its advantages are, and what is the monetization and the gains that the partners have, the partners of the new consumer community and our company in particular, if they participate in data mining product. Right now, I would like to know, guys, whether we have people in our Russian, Hindi, English, Italian rooms who do not know what data mining is all about. Do we have people who are hearing this term for the first time? If we have such people, give me a 1 in the chat. And if we have some feedback from rooms other than the Russian room, please copy paste this feedback. It will be an indication for me how much time can I dedicate to the data mining product itself. So we have 2 people.
Vâng, có. Còn lại trong phòng tiếng Nga.
So we have 3 people.
3 người.
Okay, good. We have a couple of people in all of the chats. Now, what data mining is and how we arrived at it? Well, if you go and look at the term itself, it's about mining data or data. So if you Google up the phrase data mining, it will tell you that it's about producing or collecting mining data. In 2016, 2017, we used that technologies for our own benefit and for our corporate sales, for B2B segment, business to business segment. But the idea of data mining was born long before, and we know how to unite physical individuals who have accounts in different social media across the world and make it so that the product and the social network and your account in this social network or in several social networks would finally start bringing money to you. Because data mining as a product, if we take a global look at it, is a product for residual income from sales across the database of your friends. Why do I say residual or passive instrument? Because we all understand that people in social media have their own accounts in different social accounts, media networks like the Russian world and the Spanish world. So people talk in the social networks and they use social networks as a means of communication to talk to each other. They show each other how they live, they share their hobbies, they meet people, they talk, they make friends with people from different countries, from different parts of the world. Well, they use it as a means of communication. And since it's a global system of communication, naturally, where there are people, where there is communication, there are interests, and you can make sales, which is successfully done by the social networks themselves. Social networks monetize us as the participant of this big global system. And it doesn't matter whether involved directly or indirectly. But those social networks, they are not put together. They are not a single unit, and they are competitors in different countries. And our task is to use the social network platform so that all of our accounts in our social networks would build our communication with our friends in such a way so that we could influence the audience in all the social networks and use it to our advantage. and do it automatically. So that's why I'm calling it a passive instrument of income. So if you just have a social network account, you usually dedicate it to some area of your activity. It might be your main job, or you might be your own business, whereas they use the social network either for these purposes or to talk to their friends or notify their friends or relatives about their hobbies or products or services. But for them to start making money from the social network and the database of friends, they need to give lots of time to it. They need to learn how to use the marketing tools, to learn how to write posts, to keep a blog, video blog, to manage several software pieces, auto liking, auto posting. And I, as a business owner, or as a person who just a hired employee, do not have enough time to actively develop my social network account, or it might take all of my time. My social network might take all of my time. So I will have to sit 24 hours per day behind my computer, ask questions, make posts, etc. And data mining is an instrument that can use our development, our AI, artificial intelligence, will allow you to connect your accounts in different social networks to the data mining product, receive the database of your friends, your future clients automatically. You just connect your accounts in your social networks to our product, data mining product. You set up the configuration, your target audience, you pick some keywords, or you might not even pick them, and the data mining product will start on your behalf from your account writing welcome words or messages to people in social networks and invite them to be friends with you. For example, from my personal account in Facebook or LinkedIn, a message goes out. The data mining AI writes one message only. It finds, let's say, Alexander somewhere in the social network and say, hello, Alex, my name is Dmitry. I took a look at your profile and we have lots of common interests. I would like to have such a friend in Moscow. That's it. The data mining stops there and then starts searching for another person and write a similar message to someone else. Alexander, by going to their social net, when they enter their social network profile, they see my message, they go to my page and see me, Dmitry, sees my hobbies, my interests, my profile, and decide, yes, I would like to have such a friend in another country or in Moscow. They click on the accept the invitation and we become friends. And the data mining product starts increasing the number of my friends in an arithmetic progression. And it does it all the time, 24/7. It doesn't need a break. It doesn't need a vacation, etc. And it's not disappointed because AI does not have the fear of rejection. They have a task and they perform that task. The task of the artificial intelligence is to fill your entire limit of friends that you have in each social network, to have the maximum number of friends. In LinkedIn, it's 30,000 friends. In Facebook, it's 5,000 friends. And their task is to make it so that you have the maximum number of friends that this particular social network allows. But the data mining product does not offer anything to buy. It does not offer your friends to buy anything. The task of the data mining product is to increase the number of friends who are in the future going to be the potential clients of some of our products, future products, be it the New Economic Evolution of the World company or the Digital Doubles company. And if we take a look at the data mining as the product of monetization of my friends in social networks, it would be too simple if it just added friends and that's it. But data mining is also about mining new data and new knowledge in a certain audience. So the AI is the brain and the social network is the body. So our task not only to get friends in social networks, but also to make it so that this database brings us money. How we can do it? Just to develop your circle of friends, you have lots of automatic services for that. But you will simply spam your database. So what's the difference between digital doubles product, which is the data mining, and digital doubles product from others, is that the key instrument for monetization here is the analysis model. After receiving a huge database of users, our friends, because there might be many data miners as we are, you and we, like there might be 100,000 people, and every person will have their own database, and we might have 20, 50,000 people in their friends, and we can get very high numbers of friends overall. And using the analysis module, we can get new knowledge from the database. Our artificial intelligence starts analyzing people's profiles and start understanding their interest and the interest of our friends using different parameters: whom I like, whom I follow, what kind of post I write, what information I have in my profile, what films and movie and music I like, with whom am I friends with whom I talk, whose post I notice, etc. So using all those different parameters, our artificial intelligence starts extracting new knowledge. This is the most important thing. And when we extract this new knowledge from this database, from this audience, we can offer that database different new lines of products, new arrivals, for us to be able to make money from our database of friends. And what forms of monetization are out there? We understand that the forms of monetization in data mining, for example, if a data miner bought 100, 150, 250 packages, and it's a one-off payment, it's not monthly subscription fee, it's one-off payment, they get a wonderful monetization instrument and source of passive income using our artificial intelligence. There are three forms of monetization: linear, hybrid, and differential. I'll tell you quickly about the linear and hybrid, and my partner Alexander will tell you about the differential monetization, because it's a global understanding of monetization through globalization. So linear monetization is quite simple. For example, I, Alexander, you, all of us are data mining. How to receive passive income? All people want to do nothing and make money. It's a natural desire of any human being. Especially now the AI technologies are at such level, then we can really implement that. And the data mining is one of such products. So we bought the package at $100, $150, $250, and we are data miners. The artificial intelligence increases our number of friends every day. So we have 100,000 people, and our overall database is 2 billion users. Using the analysis module from Digital Doubles, we start understanding the interests and the needs of people. We start entering into contracts from our legal entity with the banking sector, with the financial sector, with the insurance companies, with the car producers, with major developers, with the cosmetics producers, health product producers, children products producers, all sectors of the economy. And since we know what people are looking for and what they like to buy, we make contracts with major producers. We discuss the commission from their sales. So we offer to the business a cheaper and more innovative product instrument of sales, because we know the goals and the needs of people who are now our friends, because we are data miners. And when we make a contract, we do not take a percentage like in CSEO or SEO or in advertising. As soon as we sign an agreement with a major corporation, a third party, we discuss the advertising campaign, and then using your account, we start using your private messaging function and offer different products to your friends using scripts, financial products, insurance products, your friends make a purchase, and then we share profits with data miners. It's linear monetization and receipt of passive income, not investments from these sales. As soon as the sales occur, the data miner receives their share of the profit because the client was referred by you from your friends, and you are the data miner who participates in this global system, because data miners are a key link through which all the sales are affected. This is the linear monetization. The second principle of monetization is when we activate the digital doubles from new or digital doubles company and start selling products using analytics, products of the new consumer community or digital doubles company. It can be financial trading, IT, Ugame, Katie Mall. All the products that we have in our line are being sold using the digital doubles of that we developed, and we make sales across the database that we mined. And then people follow the links, go to our webinars, but since they followed your link, they become your first line. This is a second way of hybrid monetization. So we can make money from the same database in several ways. And the data miner is always sharing the profits. And they do not have to sit 24/7 behind their computers, because all of the work for mining future friends and clients is performed by the data mining tool, whereas the primary sales and offers are made by the digital double using our analyzing module. So the product is quite simple. It can be bought by anyone and make money off it. As for the differential profits and differential monetization system, this topic will be covered by my friend Alexander Neymark, and in future we'll tell you what data mining product and digital double product are as an instrument of strategical development and positioning of the new consumer community across the world. Now I give you the floor, Alexander. This is it from me. Well, thank you. Let's do the sound check here. Can you read me? Okay, then let's switch to the next slide. I'm glad you can hear me well. Now, I have some statistics for you guys, and might be interesting to those who are already in our ecosystem and to those who are new participants of this training as well, because it can inspire people towards discoveries and action. I will tell you where we are at the moment, and then we can tell you in a few words what kind of a vector of development we could get if we started developing what we are developing, but at a larger scale. So the first thing on the left, I did it in English only. I'm sorry for that. Those of you who are having difficulties with the English language, we have so-called miners and so-called sold licenses. The chart on the left shows you how many licenses we lost or sold, sorry. We sold around 5,000 licenses. I'm sorry, Alexander, do something please with the sound, because I'm sorry, guys, we have some patchy internet on Alexander's side. So because we can hear the beginning of the phrase, and then we miss the middle of the phrase and we don't know what to translate, guys. So yeah, it's across the board. Everyone in the Russian room can't hear Alexander well enough. God. So there are two types of users: those who have bought licenses and miners. So as we can see on the chart on the left, they do not match those two terms. People who bought licenses are 2 times more numerous than those who activated their licenses, the actual miners. But it's okay, because you can activate your license anytime you want. You can activate it right now, or you can activate it later. So this is my assurance for you guys. You can activate it at any given time. If you've just activated it, no problem. If you are going to activate it later, not a problem. It's not a problem either. You will not lose it. But as you can see, the number of people who bought licenses is bigger, almost twofold, than the number of people who already started mining, as is shown on the chart with the blue and red curves. So let's try turning off the video of Alexander, so the channel width is going to be better, the capacity. So let's see the number of mined contacts. Here you can see this is the number of people that were added to our friends through the mining tool, who can potentially become prospective clients. Recently, we've crossed the threshold of 1 million users, contacts. We didn't really celebrate it because it's really a modest achievement, but some social media, they celebrate this event when they reach 1 million people. But we just modestly crossed it over and moved forward. Right now, we have almost 1,200,000 people, maybe 1,150,000 people, which is quite good, because we've been selling for a month, only for a month now, and there were some delays as well. And again, if you take a look at our chart on the left, you see the number of miners is really small. It does not even match the number who bought licenses. We have a little more than 2,000 people, 2,600, and now they have almost 1,200,000 people in their friend lists. But although our performance could be better, and I'll tell you what kind of indicators influence our performance. Let's switch on to the next slide. Boris, would you be so kind? Perfect. Now look, we've put together those 3 indicators, and it was not a easy job. It's so-called predictive analytics. And we try to forecast the events, and we'll tell you what each chart represents. Churn rate is the rate of outflow of users, those users who drop out. You see it goes from 0 to 250,000. Again, it's an outflow rate. It's called churn rate. At first it was small, and then all of a sudden it went upward. I don't know how to explain it, because people sometimes not are only added to your friend list, but sometimes they unsubscribe or unfollow. For example, I unsubscribe from people, and I guess the same happens to you as well. But in our database, if we take all of the users in our database, and I agree, and I repeat, it's 1,200,000 people, some of the people dropped out, unsubscribed, and at first we didn't notice that indicator because it's quite difficult to calculate this indicator. We are not monitoring it specifically. But if you start monitoring that indicator, you can see a very interesting fact. It turns out that all of a sudden we have more people who unsubscribe from the friend list. And so they kind of unsubscribe and they leave our miners. So my explanation is that many miners, they cannot show patience and they start selling products that they have to offer, their ideas. There is nothing really bad about it, but let me point out to you that until we have a big database and until all of us learn how to make sales in a good way, we'll have this flow out rate at a high level, because people, as soon as they added someone to their friend list, they start selling to them, which is a mistake. Also, you can see another chart is churn rate versus contacts. So we have 1,200,000 contacts. So if people would not unsubscribe, you would see that we could have almost 1.5 million people, because the red and the blue line almost coincide, but almost. There's still people who dropped out. If you wouldn't have touched our database at all, like no offers, no sales, then we would have a bigger number of contacts. And again, I understand that we only VIP Club members can make a purchase, but again, even among VIP Club members, we have people who cannot show patience and they start correspondence with their friends right away and make lots of mistakes. But I think for now, you need to show patience. And it's not only my opinion. We discussed it with top leaders, with the Presidential Council. Our general agreement was that you should not touch your database. It's still young. It's still in development. And if you do not bother people in your friend list, they won't unsubscribe. Because I think the statistics shows that we frightened our database off. And if we didn't do that, we would have 1.5 million and not 1,200,000. The difference is not that big, but if you take a look in the churn rate, growth rate, it increases. It means that in future, the discrepancy is going to be even bigger. For now, it's around 20%. Sometimes it's 7%, sometimes it's 8%, but the difference can be as high as 20%. It's the amount of people who unsubscribe, but in future, it can be even higher. So if we add 1 million people to our friend list, 200,000 people will drop out. If we add 10 million people, 2 million will drop out, or 3 million people will drop out or unsubscribe. And we wouldn't want 3 million to leave us or to unsubscribe. So the correct behavior here is not to frighten our database off. Just calm down. I'm talking about people who started already mining. It's not about our novices, but you can see that the potential is great. There are lots of people, and we're going to have even more. But our task is to have our new consumer community grow by at least like 50 million per year. I think it's 500 million in 10 years, but it will be even bigger because it's not a linear indicator, it's exponential growth. At first it's 1 million, then 10 million, then 40, etc., etc. And then it will grow to a way bigger number. The third chart, where we can see all licenses and the VIP Club, this is predictive analysis. We can predict how the events would go if people were involved more actively in the process. So what this chart shows, organic growths, we grow by 20,000 people per day. This is the amount of people mined by all our miners we have 2,600 miners, and they already mine 20,000 people per day. We're talking about people who activated their license, connected their accounts, and work. All those people generate, I repeat, 20,000 friends per day. It's not a high indicator, it will be higher. So since the churn rate is 0, let's assume it's 0, and all our licenses, the blue curve, on the third chart, you can see all licenses and VIP Club. So all licenses is assumes that if all miners who bought their licenses activated those licenses and would start mining, then all of us taken together, and if they do not scare off their database, we would get 2.5 million users. And if all VIP club members bought the license and connected, we would already have, in 1 month alone, I'm talking about 1 month alone, we would already have 10 million users under our control. Those figures are quite simple. The math is very simple. It's easily calculated. If we start to promote it more aggressively, we could have 100,000 miners and 100 million users, friends. So in 1 year, we would get to 1 billion easily. Everything is simple here. And those figures tell us about the following. First, they show very good growth, in my opinion. With a small number of miners, we generated a huge result in 1 month. And we decided that when we get to the 10 million mark, we will start our sales offers, but it should be a general decision. And I cannot make those decisions alone. It should be a general decision when we should start selling to our database. There will be several types of sales. Dmitry mentioned that I'm gonna describe types of sales. There are 2 types of sales. There is a linear type of sales when a person buys a data mining license and waits for us to sell iPhones across our network, scooters, bikes, etc. This is option 1. Option 2, or version 2, is the sales of financial products and educational products of the Academy of Private Investors and other products from the new consumer community and our digital products of our company. Such products can be sold by a special digital double, which will be launched in the near future, and it will sell the products of the Academy itself. It's going to be a special type of a product, which will not simply, when a person sits and waits. So when we start selling products like iPhones, scooters, and bicycles, but I'm always exaggerating, it will allow people to receive an income, plus those people will be receiving a commission from the product sold by the Academy as well, the Academy of Private Investors. And the third type of product or income is differential income. But let me give you a simple example for you to understand what it means. For example, right now we have a lot of information regarding the CRU coins and UNTB tokens, but most of you guys present here know what it is. It's been actively discussed for many months now. We are also experts in crypto technologies. We are observing the processes of implementation, introduction of crypto coins, and those instruments, data mining and digital doubles, are the instruments that will facilitate the growth of the exchange rate of CRU and UNTB and other tokens that will appear on the CRU blockchain. Because if I'm an owner of the data mining license, it's cool. I, in this case, will all the obligations that were promised to me, they are performed. I mine friends, the company uses my friends for sales, and the company splits shares with me. It's not an investment package, it's like an IT package. So as soon as the profits appear, they are shared with all the miners. But I also have, a couple of coins. I bought them, or I received them as a gift, or I received them as a result of the promotion. So I got my hands on some hands. Either I received them as a result of the exchange, or I received them for my services, starting from the gift coins or units, CRU units, which is used as a motivational instrument, or maybe I received them as a result of some serious promotions when people put a lot of efforts in it and they receive this reward for their efforts, and also both units and CryptoUnit points. because I never met a network marketing company who would also offer a stake in their business to their partners. This company is the only company that does something like that. And I am quite experienced in this field as well. I never saw a serious company that would offer a stake to their partners. Usually companies do the other way around. They try to buy out shares from the minorities, from the minor stakes. Yes, yet here, the company hands out their stakes, their shares. And it's good news because the bigger the capitalization of the company, the bigger your profits. And what prevents us from helping to ensure the increase of those coins? We can either wait for the capitalization to increase, and you cannot influence that process in any way, or you can exchange CRUs between each other, like Bitcoin and Ethereum grow. So let's see how the Bitcoin and Ethereum coins grow. There are no direct cause and effect laws here. They grow because the community grows, because the Bitcoins are limited. Ethereum coins can be as many as you want, but they grow very slowly. The issue of those coins grows slowly. So you can have a predicted inflation. You can predict when you will have a certain number of coins, and you can predict the devaluation of the base, of the entire database. But in any case, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they grow because more and more community is involved. It's okay. Like the gold. There is a limited amount of gold and everybody wants it. Or the Apple shares. There is a limited number of shares and everybody wants them. So if you are the owner of CRU coins or UNTB tokens or any other tokens or coins that the company is going to have in future, you can wait for them to grow because of the capitalization, and you cannot influence that process, or you can wait until someone wants to buy those CRUs from you because there will be new community members. It's very similar to Bitcoin and Ethereum. There is nothing bad about this way, and it's one of the key ways. But using data mining, we add one more method to it, one more way to increase the value. So if you're a data mining license owner, then in addition to you receiving all those payments that we promise you anyways within our data mining license, as Dmitry mentioned, in addition to that, you get more and more people involved in this database. And this database is the database that we, using digital doubles, can promote, in which we can promote all of our crypto projects. And it won't cost anything to you. Let's say you bought at $100, $150 a license. You pay for it once, you develop your social networks, new functionalities are added to our product. We have lots of interesting ideas and they are added to you. You get some payments from it under the licensing. And then at the same time, all of our crypto projects are promoted, developing, and the CRU points, UNTB tokens grow in price as well. So data mining is a platform, an online platform that allows all of our assets to grow in price. Because when you walk along the streets and handing out QR codes, you don't need AI or robots. You just need time and energy to hand out QR codes. But when you go back home and go online, so the first question that appears, where should I take clients from? How should I look for them? Where would I have the resources to look for them? And when you realize that no matter what you do, having lunch, sleeping, exercising in the gym, your friends are being mined, your database are being expanded, and this database will yield an income to you personally. If you have 10,000 friends in your database, they will be offered some products in future. But in addition to you, I might have 20,000 friends. Boris might have 30,000 friends. Together we have 60,000 friends. And if we have several thousand miners, then we have 1 million friends in our combined database. So in addition to your direct income, you will also receive capitalization of all the assets that you have on hands. For example, holders of CRU or UNTB will have those tokens grow in price. So essentially, it adds to the capitalization to all of our assets for free. So if we put it all together, the conclusion is obvious. The community needs to connect and activate their data mining in big numbers, because when we're a few, we have few assets, fewer strengths. If we are big in numbers, then we'll have lots of energy, lots of resources, and it will eventually allow us to monetize that database even more. And it will open a lot of horizons both for you and the company in general. So my advice to you is buy and activate the license. And it doesn't cost too much. There is no line to the support service anymore. If you have problems, we will quickly address those problems. There might be some issues also related to the social networks themselves. At the moment, yes, we have only LinkedIn, but very soon we're going to have other social networks like VK, it's the Russian one, Facebook, the Chinese social network, and WeChat, and you'll be able to connect more and more social networks to your data mining for free or without paying anything extra. So like blockchain, you know, they might be like blockchain is a basis for crypto projects, and data mining is the basis for all marketing solutions for the promotion of all of our businesses, products in social media and online in general, because we're not talking about only conventional social networks, but also YouTube, Instagram, although Instagram can be considered a social network. So because data mining is about mining data and mining users, mining friends into your friend list. That's how we mine people. We can mine them by walking around in the streets, or you can post an advertising, and it's also data mining, but it's quite expensive. But we have a third type of mining where artificial intelligence assumes all the responsibility. For example, you have 100 people friend, I have 200 people friend. It's not very interesting, but if every one of us has a 10,000 people, then together we can have 1 billion users. If we have 100,000 miners, then we have 1 trillion people. Of course, the total population of the Earth is not 1 trillion, but we'll get almost the entire globe. Thank you very much, Alexander. And I would like also to thank Dmitry. Honestly, our miners, dear miners, that I personally saw the live speeches of our colleagues from the Moscow office. And let me be honest, it's even more emotional when people are speaking offline, you know, live on stage. And I would like to thank Dmitry and Alex for their professionalism. They are really good public speakers and they're very good on stage. And Alex, the problem is that we're trying to synchronize here, you know. So because if you're too emotional, you know, our interpreters won't be able to catch up with us. So we try to, you know, go slower and less emotional. Okay, dear partners, dear miners, as you can see, Alex disclosed some statistics to us regarding the number of licenses. He also made us happy with the fact that we were able to have more than 50% of the licenses activated. Remember, a month ago, it was 36, 33% in that range. And then we had a series of webinars dedicated to the activation. Of course, there is a percentage of people, a share of people who are waiting for other social networks like Facebook, VK, OK, it's the Russian networks. Someone is waiting for WeChat or TikTok. It's all in our plans. But right now, even if you have a license, we could have even if you have a license, you still need to activate it and maybe create your first profile account in LinkedIn and then start, pumping it up or filling it with contents. So, patience is the key. And you can add 3-5 people every day to your account. And for the company, for the Digital Doubles company, overall, it amounts to 20,000 people per day. Of course, our goal is to have 100,000 people per day and more. And we need your help for that. As you can see from the chart below, all licenses and VIP club, you can see that the potential in our VIP club is already enough for us to mine 10 million people. And the 1-2 million people that we mined right now, 1.2 million that we mined right now, is a very good result. And it exceeded my personal expectations because we thought that the mark of 1.2 million would be achieved much later. So how can we now activate or mobilize people who haven't yet bought the license, and how to make people activate their licenses? So we decided to launch a promotion on the 1st of September, and I'm going to tell you a few words about it. Let's move on to the next slide. Now, dear partners, that's how we called it, data mining promo. And now we're going to reveal some of the details about it. So you have it in English in front of your eyes, but the news about the promo on the 1st of September will be in all our working languages. Also on the 1st of September at 1 p.m. Moscow time, with the launch of the promotion, we're going to have a scheduled webinar for all our network, and you will have the slides with the description of promotion in your own language. Now let's take a look what we have. It starts when? On the 1st of October and will last until the 30th of September. It says March, but it's September. And who can participate it? So it will last for 1 month, guys, no matter what it says on the slide. It's the 30th of September. Only VIP club members will be able to participate. And to qualify, you need to have 2 personal sales of any of the packages, data mining packages, and also you need to have sales in the structure. We also introduced a system of points. And of course, from personal sales, you get more points. For the basic package, you get 10 points. For the family package, you get 20. And if you manage to sell a business package, you get 30 points. For the sales in your structure, you get 1 point for the basic package, 2 for the family package, and 3 for the business package. The difference is needed for us to decide who gets the prize if we have the equal number of points. So personal sales will count towards the winning of the promo. But again, the detailed description will be available on the 1st of September when we launch the promotion. What else? Our IT department is working on the leadership board in our back office. You might remember that we had different promotions in the past where names and countries change and the number of points. The points have been introduced in order to conceal the turnover in money, in monetary terms, because it's kind of a confidential information. That's why we introduced points. Now let's see what kind of prices we're gonna have. But of course, you already read the slide, but anyways, we're gonna cover it. How many prices we're gonna have and how many prize places we're gonna have. We're gonna have 100 prize winning places, not 5, 10, but 100 prize winning places. Now, all of those 100 participants will be rewarded for the same work that we're doing right now. We're offering to buy data mining product and then have 2 personal sales, place sales in the structure, etc., etc. Now let's see what we have. The first place will get a personal session, coaching session with Andrei Havratov. So it's like an audience with our CEO. And it's quite a difficult thing to do, guys. So the personal session with Andrei is a very valuable session, and lots of information will be shared. But in addition to that, you will get a laptop or a notebook. And if you're a newcomer, you also get 1,000 CRUs. Guys, sorry. So 1,000 CRU points will be given no matter, regardless whether you're a newcomer or not. Because some of you guys, if you're a newcomer, it might be good motivation for you to get 1,000 CRU points as a bonus. So you don't need to be a newcomer. You can be an old-timer as well to get 1,000 points. So guys, for the second place, you get a notebook and 1,000 CRU points. It's a very good package too. You can get, for example, if a person doesn't have a computer or a laptop, or they use their phone to work. So I think it's a good motivation for them to get a laptop plus 1,000 CRU points. Third place, it's a smartphone. It can be either a Samsung or an Apple. You choose, plus 1,000 CRU points. We also discussed what we should give for the fourth and fifth place. We decided that first it should be 3 places, but then we decided, no, let's go with 5 top places. So the fourth place is a webcam for our potential new speakers and people who go online very often, talk to our community, etc. And some of your cameras might not be up to the standard. The technologies are improving all the time, and I think an HD webcam is a good price, plus 1,000 CRUs. And the fifth place is a microphone and a ring lamp to ensure the professional lighting. Usually this equipment is used by famous bloggers, and also you get 1,000 CRU points. Whereas from the 6th to 100th place, we just award people for their work CRU points. They will get it in October after the promotion is over. They will get CRU points for participating in this promotion, for working with their team, for promoting it, and as a bonus, the company will accrue from 100 to 1,000 CRU points, and we'll have the detailed table on the 1st of September. Also, the award ceremony will be held online, live, during our event. So dear friends, dear colleagues, miners, we are calling to you, urging you to join this promotion, which starts on the 1st of September. In the Russian-speaking world, it's the Day of Knowledge. That's where schools start. That's when the schools start. And I think it's a good opportunity for you to participate in this promotion and make some money off it as well. So this is the promotion that we're preparing for our partners. And I guess now let's move on to our Q&A session. So Boris, could you please repeat on the slide? It says from the 1st of September until the 30th of March. Guys, I already explained it to you, but let's repeat it again so we avoid any kind of misunderstanding, okay? Dear partners, indeed, we have a typo, an error here. The promotion will last from the 1st of September until the 30th of September. So for the first 30 days throughout the entire September months of September, we'll have the launch. We'll also have on the launch date a webinar at 3 p.m. and then we'll have a midterm webinar on the 18th of September. Okay, colleagues, am I right? Yes. Now let's move on with the session of Q&A. We have the instruments. The trends are obvious. I was quite excited by this slide when I saw it, that if all our VIP Club members joined this project and activated their licenses, we would already have 10 million people. So the monthly inflow in 1 month could be 10 million people. It could be colossal, not just big. It could be huge. But if you also saw recently, it was this night, tonight, Andrew Hawks posted one of our future products of a digital avatar where he tells the audience about the data mining product, and it gets lots of views. And I saw other leaders as well. So it's like unveiling the curtain on what we're going for and what kind of capabilities we're going to have in the future, such as like corporate digital doubles of the Academy of Private Investors and other features and treats, you know, for you. So Alex, as a product expert of the digital doubles company, quite impressive with his ideas. Thank you very much for your attention. Alex very soon is going to digitalize everyone in the new company, leaders, and not only gradually, but not me personally, our team is going to do it. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for your attention, and let's give some time, 20-25 minutes, to questions and answers. And here we're going to need the help of our translators while the Russian speaking audience are writing their questions. Let's start with our other chats. Let's start from the English chat first. We have only one question, guys. I asked Tom Brams a question about last month. I bought 150 business DM, but I didn't get any bonus. So could you please address this question to our support? Because as far as I'm informed by our support service, all the bonuses were manually accrued, credited to all of our partners' accounts. So you might need to write to the support service. Maybe they missed your particular account, but we were assured that all of our partners received units and crypto units as bonuses by the 15th of August. Okay, guys, Dominguez, I'm gonna ask you a question as well. И еще один вопрос. Dominguez, I ask you a question. Yeah, go for it. You can chat and call them if you want to. I have almost 30,000 contacts, and imagine that if everyone writes to me and offers to meet or have a call, it's impossible to do it with 30,000 people. But if you're interested in that people, you can call and talk to that people. If not, then you can ignore them. There is nothing wrong about it and nothing scary about it. It's not like a meet your mate chat that if you don't answer me, I get offended and I unsubscribe. In future, our bot will get in touch with them, our AI, on your behalf, and will start offering them products and services, including the products by the Academy of Private Investors. Right now, there is no such need. When I wrote about the churn rate or the outflow rate, I meant that you should not impose yourself on other people, because there are two extremities: either to write many messages to a person, or not write anything at all. You should keep the balance. Someone you ignore, and to someone you write, especially if a person wants to have a call or a chat with you themselves. Go for it. If you don't know what to tell them or how to talk to them, then ignore them. Sometimes I talk to people. It's very interesting for me to, see what people, what they think and what thoughts and trends they have in their countries. It's very useful for your overall development. My overall advice is talk to them if time and if you have time and if you have the wish to do so. Thank you. But guys, I read the questions by Henry and Sino one. Please, which of the social media platform is going to be added next, and how to recover login and password of data mining if we lost it? Все, спасибо. Ну, отвечайте, пожалуйста. Okay. Well, at first we wanted to add Facebook, but it's a legal issue. As soon as our lawyers tell us that we can go for it, we'll go for it. For now, we're waiting. We're now working on the Russian social network, vk.com. It's a major social network in the Russian-speaking world, and not only. So Russian is in the top 10 languages of global communication. Almost 500 million users are in that network, and people talk English there as well, speak English. So I think in September it's going to happen. And then I think we'll have WeChat added. It's a major Chinese network, but not only Chinese, it's international as well. There is English language space there as well. WeChat consists of two applications: the official Google Play Store application or Google Play Market and Apple Store, which is international, and special Chinese. Everything is in Chinese there, but you can order food, order a cab there. There are a lot of different integrated services there. They are almost identical in terms of their functions, but in the Chinese WeChat, you can have lots of functionalities that are relevant to China alone, and they're not quite interesting for us. So we focus on VK, the Russian social network, Facebook, and WeChat. So those are next in line, and it's quite a lot of work for us. In September, we're gonna have the LinkedIn connection improved. The speed is going to be higher because many users said that the speed of mining was not very high, which is not a scary thing, but we would like to have our speed or rate increased. So we're gonna implement a new module which will allow us to accelerate and ensure better stability, because LinkedIn sometimes can block the pages of some people, not all of them, but less than 2% of users can be blocked. And it's not pleasant to wait until they unblock you. But everyone once in a while comes across that problem. You shouldn't be discouraged by that. But in order not to make people be concerned, we're gonna upgrade the version and our version, and then we're gonna add vk.com, and then we're gonna add Facebook and WeChat, because those are major networks and we need them. As for Sinowan Horam questions, you say if you lost your password, there is a button there, recover or restore my password. In digitaldoubles.com, you can authorize, and then it says forget your password, and you click on that button. And if you did, you can go to the recovery page, password recovery page. So you write in your email, and you can recover your login. But if you lost all of it, like email, login, password, then write to the support. It happens, write to us, to our support. Don't write to the Academy of Private Investors support. Write to the Digital Doubles, support.digitaldoubles.com, and we will try to help you with your problem. By the way, we have now way fewer complaints or requests to our support service. At first, we had hundreds of them. Now we have like a few dozen only per day. But mostly people have solved all of their issues. So usually, if you write today, the chance is 99% that you will get your answer right now. But you need to take into account that we have different time zones. And if a person wrote something at 3 p.m. in their time zone, it might be possible that the support is sleeping in their own time zone. For example, today I went to bed at 4 a.m. and when in Australia it was almost midday, we're still working with Andrew on his digital avatar. But in our time zone, GDT +3, it was 4 a.m. But you should take this into consideration when you send your request to the support service.
That is all. Great. Spanish and Italian speaking rooms. Thank you. Here in the Spanish speaking room, so simply pick up the accounts of the children and connect them. Even today you can do it. Maybe we'd better show it in the back office. No, we won't actually, Alexander says. There are a lot of questions. How can I get a code for my sons? You don't need a code. License is the same. And having the same license, you connect your relatives. If you have many relatives, you are a lucky guy to have a large family. And you are to pick up login of each one and the password of each one, and actually you can connect. And there were a lot of webinars for Spanish speaking community. You are to rewatch the recording, and there will be additional webinars as well. So therefore, don't worry, in the near future we will help you. But you may watch one of our Spanish speaking sessions, and there we detail how and what to do. So far, we have run 20 sessions in different languages. Premium for account in LinkedIn is faster to work, as this premium account in LinkedIn allows you to make more connections. When LinkedIn is free, it provides some features in a limited mode, but when you buy their license, we have no dealings with their license. They enable you to make more connections and faster. This is like you ride your car, you drive your car, and you may not actually, and there is a barrier, and you may not actually hit it. You need to turn around, to turn back. There are some limitations you are to meet. And it is similar here. So there is the narrow road, quite hilly and rocky, through the mountains, but it is actually free. But there is a toll road in Italy. When we were in Italy, from Milan, you go and there is a toll road starts there. And actually it was like a revelation for myself that almost all the roads are chargeable there. And it applies to LinkedIn as well. So you can do it quickly, but by paying extra money. If it is free, then some features are limited. Thank you. Thanks. There is another question. LinkedIn blocked myself twice for doing mining a lot. What can you recommend, as my account has been blocked for a few days and their support team doesn't respond? Look, it's simple. LinkedIn can terminate or restrict your actions. It's not because of mining or something else. So we actually use a very complicated network of IP addresses because LinkedIn in some geographies is restricted, and therefore we use IPs at the level of different countries, and LinkedIn may dislike it. They don't understand whether this is your account or someone else. They don't understand. Therefore, they may terminate your account for some time. Please don't be afraid. And in new release in September, we will test it on ourselves, and then we'll actually enable all of you to move to these features. So you are to download a special software there to your PC, and this way to stabilize, to get rid of this problem, and this temporary blocking will be reduced many times. But this is a peculiarity of this project. Sometimes it may happen. Please be patient. LinkedIn will deblock you, but we are working hard to avoid such situations in future. Thank you. All the other questions are very similar to the ones already responded. There should be like a recommendation from you to rewatch the webinars, and the Spanish speaking community is asking to make a short video about connecting relatives. We are not fluent in Spanish. In case Galina and Jose will help us, we will do it. Yes, we will do it. And Boris says we can make both the session, the training session, and a video. We will do it actually. And it's not a request from the Spanish speaking chat, but from all the other leaders. Yes, please book us anytime you find it convenient. We are ready to make sessions for you in September to tell you about our promotions, as September is going to be the month of breakthrough in technologies in our company. Yes, dear colleagues, we're excited to work for your benefit. Please do not hesitate and request any sessions in any country, but indeed we will need your assistance, as we are fluent only in Russian and English, and all the other languages we will need your help. Thank you. And the last question: can we, after some time, add additional keywords, or should we stick to the ones originally put? No, you can add new keywords, and I even encourage you to change periodically the keywords. Mining is called mining. It's like playing, it's like to be in a physical mine. When you mine some salt or some natural deposits. So the word keyword is like an area you are interested in. So, and it starts mining friends there. So therefore, I recommend you to change keywords to cover all the areas. And then your mining will be wider and wider. This is a virtual miner that will apply its tools in different areas, in different sectors. And it's like gamification. You experiment, you practice, nothing bad will happen. You make an experiment, you make adjustments, make some changes. or you can come back to the original setting. And this way you will have more and more people. Thank you. The Spanish speaking chat is over as regards the questions raised. Thank you. And in the Italian chat, we have a question. How many people should we have in our database to launch digital doubles? Look, the first digital double, yes, we can hear you. Can you hear me? The first digital double will be launched in the short run, hopefully late September, early October. It will be a digital double, a corporate digital double, but it will give a lot of value to all the miners. And in case you are not a miner yet, please get connected to avoid that you blame us that you were not informed. There is a good promotion. There is 1 month ahead. So please get connected. There will be a lot of benefits. So this is about the time frame for the first digital double to be launched. And then as regards better understanding of which direction to take, we will connect digital doubles for each of the users, for some of the users, but I believe the context of your question is a bit different. Maybe you're asking how many people we need to start sales. I'm just guessing. Look, our views are different. Actually, once I said that we would start from 1 million, but then we came to an agreement that 1 million is not enough. We already have 1 million. Can we start sales? In theory, yes, but actually we came to a consensus that let's wait for 10 million in our database because we are expanding very fast. And as soon as we have 10 million users, but today I showed you that the way to do it is quite easy. I'm not talking about connecting the entire globe, only the VIP club members. So this list includes not so many people, but I believe that the list of VIP club members will expand. And quite soon we will have 10 million users. This is a matter of a few months, and hopefully late this year or early next year, we will start the first sales because there will be smart marketplace connected. So these are our updates. Thank you. Look, these points under the promotion, are they going to be accrued in our structure of the API or a new structure will be created? I believe it is with the Academy of Private Investor. Yes, the Academy of Private Investor. We have no other structures. Yes, we have no other structures. Therefore, these points will be accrued in your existing structure, your personal sales, your first downline, and all the others in the further downline, basic family, 1, 2, or 3 points will be accrued to your account. So don't worry. No one is going to lure away some people to other structures. It will be in full compliance with what structures you have now. You will get your bonuses, your points. We are not going to leak, to steal your hard work. Don't worry. Thank you. There is a question that a triangle does not turn green, it is still red. Where can we go to? For a few weeks, it has been in this status. It depends on the type of the error. If the error is not because of us, but because of the social network, it may last even several years. It does not mean that it's not functional. So the social networks function this way. So you may enter, whereas 5 minutes after, you will enter the same address, but there is some error and there is some malfunction. We are to find out which error, type of error it is. So make your screenshot and send it to our support team with a note that it has been in this situation for a few days or a few weeks, and we will try to troubleshoot it. Initially, there were a lot of people, a lot of questions, but now the process runs so smoothly that in most cases, actually, everything from our end is working ideally. But there could be some objective reasons. We are to deal and address it. Don't worry, you are not left behind. Please make a screenshot of the error and write down that this problem has been in this status for a few weeks, and I personally will actually follow up your message to the support team and personally promise you that this problem will be addressed in case it could be done by us. If not, then we will explain how it could be addressed and when. And look, when with everyone it is functional, then we are to address your particular thing. So press the red triangle. I believe that the question is not about this. So you actually pressed this button and no troubleshooting has been done. So please send the screenshot and I will follow it up. There is another question, technical question. People say that everything was fine and about 2 days ago they could get connected, but now their emails are not accepted and their password are not accepted. So what is the way out? To contact the support team and we will deal with it. It's not a typical situation because it is functional with most of the partners. So there are different reasons. So please contact the support team and we will respond. Now, unfortunately, our working languages are Russian and English only, but in the future, we will expand our support team to Italian, speaking to Italian language, to the Spanish language, to Hindi language, and will respond to you in your native languages. So contact the support team. Now, there is a question in the chat. Now the responses that we receive, they are in English and the people are to translate them in Italian. Look, when we receive a question in Italian, we translate it into the language we speak, either English or Russian. But in case of managers who are bilingual, but we actually respond in the English language, but in the future we will try to respond in your native language in case it is in list of top 10 languages. If it is very peculiar, very specific, then we will respond in either English or French. Although we have quite a small French-speaking community, although there are some questions, a few questions raised in French. So use your native language, but we will actually respond either in English or, if possible, in your native language. And the welcoming speeches or phrases are in English, but actually in the near future, they could be possibly changed into your native phrases. In case you are an Italian speaker, then it will be changed into the Italian phrases, welcoming phrases. When will the app be ready for the telephone and whether you plan to have it for the telephone? Look, there was a similar question in the Russian-speaking chat. I will answer it here. So now this solution, it is a solution as a service, SAS. So you actually go to the website and in a cloud you use it, but in the future you can use the capacity of PC and telephone for some types of works. But please mind that telephone is not an autonomous device, a system, since its battery could not sustain some serious loads. Therefore, in part, it could be used in the future, yes, it could be possible. Since we received some requests so far, we will take them into account, because the share of the smartphones used in any country is at least 70%. And since Android is quite a flexible and open system, but you are to be mindful that it could be, the telephone could be warmed up, and its battery could be flat quickly. But it is possible, yes, we will think over. We will take your request into account. So a wife, a husband, children, your parents, brothers and sisters, you can add all of them to one license free of charge. Actually, you can add anyone to one license, but in case it is detected, then we will actually we can dispute this, but all these close relatives I mentioned above, they could be added under one license. This is a question about premium account of LinkedIn. So I cannot say that it's better, it's faster. Look, if you approach seriously not only data mining but social networks at large, and you'd like to expand your audience, then you'd better add premium accounts. Different types of premium accounts are there, by the way. Premium account, premium hiring for HR staff, and sales navigator for sales managers. So they, more or less, they are the same, whereas the charge is different. We recommend to add sales navigator for those who'd like to mine quickly. For the first month, it is free like other premium licenses, and then it will cost you about $80 US a month. But the convenience is that in almost 3-4 months, you can actually find up to several millions of friends, the limit which is set for this social network, and then you can disconnect this premium account. The difference is the speed. We do not insist, we recommend. If you want, you can. And this is the recommendation to some network leaders, to some network businessmen. So they are excited about this, but it is not a must for all the others. This is the matter of speed only. This is my answer to a question about the premium account in LinkedIn. Thank you. Well, thank you, Alexander, for your answers. In case there are some other questions from other chats, they will be announced. But now let's have a look at our Russian-speaking chat, as the people there are waiting for their questions to be responded. Question number 1, I bought data mining. I have VK social network. Do I need to activate my license unless this social network is connected? You may activate or wait, it doesn't matter, as license has no effect time. You can activate it 6 months after and nothing bad will happen. You can activate it either now or in six months after, or a few weeks after. So actually it is upon your convenience. As soon as VK is activated, you may activate the license and start using it. So if we recommend being connected to other social networks, if not, then wait for the VK to be activated. Once again, I'd like to sum up the feedback from myself. I have Instagram account only. There is no need to buy data mining license. Look, guys, if you don't want to make money in social networks, then you don't need data mining license. If you want to make money and to get passive income from sales, it's very easy. Since social networks allow you to have social accounts free of charge, open accounts in LinkedIn, in Facebook, in Russian-speaking social networks, VK, Одноклассники, classmates, and connect data mining by buying a license of at least $100 and work how it functions, because the social network is your asset, which will give you passive income from sales, which we as a company make. And therefore, don't wait for Instagram to come. So make accounts in social network and connect data mining account, and it will generate your database of friends. Yes, I agree with Dmitry. Data mining on Android, I already responded. Not yet, but in the future it will be available. Other social networks, we responded, answered this question as well. The license, DM license, we will get it. If you bought it, then you will get it in your email. A question about blogging and LinkedIn blogging. Yes, send them your documents because they want to validate that you are the person this account belongs to. Should the relatives be the members of the VIP club and members of the community? No. If they are your close relatives, your wife, your mom, they shouldn't be members of the VIP club. They could, if you want them to participate and create in your family some ecosystem, but for data mining purposes, it's not needed. An address of a social network VK, vk.com. I call them in English because we are heard by many people from other countries and they may not understand some Russian terms. Therefore, I use international terms, vk.com. WeChat requests some guarantors from this social network. These are some new rules. Sometimes they have this requirement, on the other days they don't have it. So this is a new requirement, and I believe this is because a part of some social networks are blocked in some countries like Line, the Japanese social messenger and social network VK. You've heard about the scandal from the US that actually Mr. Trump proposed to block TikTok and impose sanctions. And the next piece of news was the Chinese Alibaba will introduce its sanctions, or will be imposed with some sanctions. This is information war, and therefore we are to accommodate to it. You'd try this way. In case these guarantors are required, try to go through VPN and register there once again in WeChat. And actually, it's not a good requirement for them, because if you don't find this person, then does it mean that you won't be a member of WeChat? So it's nonsense. It's bullshit, actually. It's like entering the Russian-speaking community. For Russian community, we have some support chat, and we address this challenge of some restrictions imposed. Could we register our product from any other computer, not your computer. Yes, you can do it, but please log out to actually avoid that your personal account will be viewed by someone else. I've responded all the questions here, so I will walk myself through the chat. Can we actually reject the improper content? Yes, we can do. Andrei Havratov said that there will be a corporate double that will be designed. Yes, quite likely it will be called Digital Double Academy of Private Investor. Instagram will be connected as VTMall. Look, yes, a bit later we will detail it. What is this set? What is the link between UGain and digital doubles? There will be some links between digital doubles, Catimall and UGain. They are friendly projects, and there will be a set of products. How much does the data mining cost? 100, 150 to 150. And the difference is about the functionalities. In the back office of the Academy, you can find all the details. I didn't understand about differentiated system. It's simple. When you have some assets that have no connection with data mining, to say CIU coins or UNTB, we actually do not have to promote other assets. But the peculiarity of this technology is that all the other assets and their value will increase, because by promoting this project, we actually push or contribute to the increase in the value of all other assets. Because the project is based on UNTB token, Maria Antonenko said this many times. So promotion and advancement of one project actually contributes to the advancement of other products, of other projects. So we've already responded the question about VK. So can we from scratch create an account in LinkedIn? Yes, you can. There is this opportunity actually to adjust the voice if I have some malfunctioning of the voice. So digital avatars. Yes, so the synchronization will be done as if you are training it in your voice, in your tones, in your accent. Because to my understanding, the people that have some dysfunctions of speaking, they actually could be trained as speaking fluently. I am not actually good at all this stuff. I'm not a defectologist, but I believe it will be addressed. Vladimir is asking about his grandchildren, and we will think it over. Nieces, nephews, grandchildren. Look, there is some delineation between connecting people and abusing this right. I remember your last name because I've seen it many times in the support chat as well. I remember your question. I will address it appropriately. And how can I do in case by mistake I signed up my partner, but he is not in my network? So how can I re-sign him or her? An interesting question, because we don't know the context. Look, all the partners of data mining miners, we are under one wing of the Digital Doubles Incorporated company. This is the most important thing. In case your partner bought from the Academy of Private Investor and is in your structure, then you make earning on it under the marketing plan. This is my response to your question. So please write to support team. I believe that many of those who bought a license do not know how to activate. We have a lot of training sessions, and therefore please follow them, and they are very detailed. There will be additional sessions, and will those who sign up in August will be actually considered for promotion. So for the sales in September, how will the sales be arranged? and a license, where can it be bought? Through the Academy of Private Investor, you buy an EIP and you get a part of the income. How can we actually collaborate with legal entities, with institutions to promote the product properly? So let's discuss it as part of our sessions on Katie Mall, on YouGain. There will be separate sessions on your dealings with institutions, with legal entities and businesses. Can you survey actually the VIP club members, who and where they have their accounts, in which social networks? But we'd better make it in the following way. So all the VIP club members should have accounts in all the social networks. It's not good for us. You are, as entrepreneurs, you develop yourselves. And we actually connect new social networks as soon as there is this engineering capacity is available. So I've answered the question about WeChat. WeChat, they have the Chinese address, and the Russian speaking version is available as well. In Chinese WeChat, how? In case I speak Russian, participate in this Chinese community. Not everyone speaks Chinese there. Some people speak English, Russian, Italian, Spanish. And secondly, data mining is a passive product. You are connected, you actually find friends, and then we speak the language they understand. Don't worry, we will address all this. Relatives of the VIP club, I answered this. How can I confirm or validate that he is my relative? So in no way, but actually we can request you at some point to provide the documents validating or confirming that they are your relatives. For the time being, we trust you. I answered the question about deblocking. So how can we connect the relatives? We will do our best to make a video. I'm trying to come to an end, but I see more and more questions. So a video on connection, yes, we will do it. Technical support, promotion, brothers, sisters, the question has been answered. So the blueprint or the guidelines, stepwise guidelines, we will do it. VK, Boris answered it. Partners could be actually added to family tariff. Yes, you can actually add anyone. The family tariff has some restrictions, but for business tariff, no, you can't add your partners. Thank you. I believe we've done with all the questions. Thanks, Alex. Thanks, Dmitry. And look, we are beyond our timing, and Dmitry would like to make an announcement about live presentations and the information to expect. Look, guys, I will add such Zoom sessions, technical Zoom phone calls, like answers and questions. We open back offices and show how to do. They are held regularly. Therefore, please follow your back offices. And every Tuesday at 3 p.m., this is for Russian speaking community only. Every Tuesday, we will have such Zooms on data mining product. It could be either a presentation on digital doubles and data mining, or Q&A session, how to connect, how to activate the license. Therefore, please follow these updates. For Russian speaking community, those located in Barnaul, sorry, we lost Dmitry. Now he's back. Guys, for Russian speaking community, Dmitry is in Barnaul. This is a city in Russia. Can you hear me well now? Can you hear me now? For Russian speaking community from Barnaul and nearby. So we will meet you tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. And don't forget that starting from the 1st of September, there will be promotion lasting up to 30th of September. And the sales in September will be taken into account. Thank you, Alex. Our next session is scheduled on the 1st of September, 3 p.m. Moscow time, and we will detail the promotion and answer more questions of yours. Thanks a lot for your time, for joining, for being with us, and we wish you to mine 10 million contacts. So the initial goal of 10 million contacts as soon as possible, and have a nice day ahead and stay classy. Bye-bye to everyone.